Alright, welcome to the Crypto Angel channel. Yes, I have rebranded. I'm trying something new. I did finally get my new computer in, so we're going to see how this goes. The camera on this computer works. My last one, it didn't. It stopped working right after I got it. I had that for a few years. So this is actually kind of a cool setup. It's a lot cheaper computer, so the quality of the screen is not going to be nearly as good, but I have a camera. The setup's actually better than my last one in that way, but the screen itself is kind of shitty. It was like a $250 computer. Maybe I got it for $284, and it was valued at $500. It was half off. I mean, I think it was a steal of a deal. And then probably in the longer term, like at the end of this year, I'll be getting a $2,000 computer that's better than this. But right now, I think this is actually a pretty good deal, for under 300 bucks. So either way, I digress. Finally can start recording and posting on YouTube again. I'll be back live tonight at 11 p.m. Central Time, but I just want to kind of give this a rundown, a test, so that when I go live tonight, I have an idea of of what's going to happen. But anyways, this is a market update for Bitcoin. It's going to be a longer video. Yeah. And from now on, I have a webcam. I think that's pretty cool. It's more professional now. And like I said, I have rebranded my channel from Crypto Boss Angel to Crypto Angel for two reasons mainly. I think it's going to be easier for people to find me online. If people just look up Crypto Angel, it's going to be easier. I'm going to pop up in searches easier. And two, I just think it's more professional. So that's what we're doing. And finally, let's get into brass tacks, which is the Bitcoin update that it's been probably 2 or 3 weeks since I've done. I had a computer record on. So, because I spilled water on my last one. So, note to self, keep drinks away from the computer. Okay, I digress. Let's look at Bitcoin right here. So I am going to go to the Bitcoin chart. This is going to be on Coinbase. In this picture, we have Bitcoin, which is in a bull flag or bull pennant on the weekly time frame with a measure move up there at this basically $100,000 level. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. The week chart is just getting started on the stock RSI. So I really think where Bitcoin is at on the weekly is extremely good, and it's a very good sign. Now, if we go down, go up to the 3-day, again, you can kind of see it's in this flag. Now, right now, it is making lower highs and lower lows, but again, it's in a consolidation pattern. If Bitcoin does not make a new low below 53,000, to me, we're extremely bullish. And I know that's a long ways away. It's what, $15,000 to the downside. But if we stay above 53,000 when we put a higher low in, that's good. If we put a lower low in, it's kind of a bad thing. But the weekly to me still looks good. Now the 2 days is gonna be the same as the 3-day. The daily is also, trying to consolidate. The daily could break out here. Let me kind of zoom in right here. So the daily time frame, hold on, let me go to a different chart from USD, but let me see if I can on like exchange, so I can find it with a chart, so I can show you what's going on the daily time frame. And I don't know why it's driving me insane. It's extremely slow. I gotta figure this out by tonight. It's just time. I don't know what we're doing. But you see, this is why I'm testing it right now to see what's going on. If it's internet, like is frozen right now. What is happening? I don't know if the computer can handle it. That's what I'm worried about. It's just not. It's not working. So short term, ability can get above. It's not loading. Finally, if Bitcoin can get above $72,000 right now on the daily time frame, that is going to be a very good sign. And if you break $72,000, you're basically all-time highs. But 72,000 will also be a higher high on the daily time frame. So that's kind of what the daily time frame needs to do to be bullish. Yeah, this is going to be a patience game with this computer. I can tell you right now, it's just insane. The 4-hour time frame right now for Bitcoin is kind of in a rising wedge. This is a rising wedge here on the 4-hour time frame. These usually break down 68% of the time, so Bitcoin really right now needs to make a new high above $70,000. I would even say Bitcoin needs to get back above $70,100. If it doesn't do that, it's probably going to have a move back to the downside. And usually these rising wedges, when they break down back to where they started. And this rising wedge started at $63,200. So that would be a big move to the downside of about $5,000. So if Bitcoin cannot get back above 69,600, actually, I would be looking for more downside on Bitcoin. Also, the fact the 4-hour time frame is overbought is not a good sign. The good news is on the longer term time frame on the 4-hour, you're above the 200-day moving average and above the 200-day SMMA, smooth moving average. So that is a very good sign. But again, I guess mid-term, if Bitcoin stays above 63,350, we're actually still good on the 4-hour time frame. But I mean, you could easily have a retest of that level based on what I'm seeing. Now, if we go down to the 1-hour time frame, I'm assuming we're already oversold, getting a bounce. So the 1-hour time frame does want to push you higher. Let me just go full screen here. Like the 1-hour time frame has a falling wedge here. So the 1-hour time frame could push you higher and could pin the 4-hour time frame. That would be a very good sign. And again, bear with as I try to figure this out. So the 1-hour time frame measure move would take you up to $74,000. That's a new all-time high. The 1-hour time frame says that later, maybe tomorrow, you could get the move up. That's I don't know if that's going to happen. It's probably unlikely. It's also the weekend, so I wouldn't bet on it. But maybe into next week, that move could happen. You also had a scam week here that took you down to $66,700, trying to fake out everyone. So I'd be very cautious. I would personally not trade on the weekends, but that is kind of what's going on right now. The 1-hour time frame is in that flag. So we'll see what happens if I would pretty much say this. I would negate that wick because that's a crazy wick. If Bitcoin stays above $67,600, I'd be looking for more upside on Bitcoin. So you could technically enter a long here with a stop loss there. And if you stay above that level, it's likely you do continue higher. But it's the weekend, so weekend trading is volatile, and you can get another scam wick before you take and move to the upside. So I would just not touch it on the weekend. But that's a trade setup that I would have for you. So the measure move is 74,000. With that being said, guys, I'll be back live tonight. I believe Bitcoin's going to chop up over the weekend, but I think into next week, Bitcoin, very likely next week, Bitcoin does make a new all-time high if we can stay above that key level that I just told you about right here, or even basically 67,000. Bitcoin stays above 67,000. I do see a new all-time high incoming for Bitcoin probably in the next week, but we'll see what happens. That's my update. If you guys enjoyed this, appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I post on my YouTube channel, and I'll also be live on TikTok tonight as well. Again, on TikTok, I'm CryptoAndrew333. That is my new name on YouTube and on TikTok. All right, let's see how this video went. That's all I got. So now I gotta end it.